I want you to Google search this incident. This is from UFC or MMA, Mixed Martial Arts Ultimate Fighting Championship. There's a fighter, his name is Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is Irish. Now the thing about this guy is, he's very brash. He's very controversial. Okay, he really plays psychological warfare with his opponents, and many opponents, before they even go to fight with him, if they are scheduled to fight, they lose because he plays such mind games. Now, this guy did something very infamous, and that is what I want you to search. I want you to search Conor McGregor Khabib fight, or you can put Conor McGregor smashes the bus with the dolly. Yeah, that's the right one. Conor McGregor smashes the bus with the dolly. Now, in case you're not aware what the incident is, in a nutshell, I'll tell you what happened. Conor McGregor was... there was this incident, he didn't like one particular fighter. Okay. So Conor, being Irish, he didn't like the fighter. His name was Khabib. Khabib was from Dagestan, and they both were in the same weight division. So they had competitive rivalry. So Khabib, this guy from Dagestan, was supposed to fight another guy at this particular event, and it was in USA. Now what happened is, Khabib, he found one friend of Conor, who was also from, Russia, Dagestan, that area, and his name was Artem. And when he met him face to face, he confronted him, because it seems Artem, who is, I know there are too many names, don't worry about it. So Conor's friend Artem, he had said something bad about Khabib, okay, this guy from Dagestan. So he confronted him and threatened, he felt threatened. Now because of this, Conor McGregor got so angry. From Dublin, Ireland, he chartered a plane, private jet of his, came with 10-20 people with him, flew down all the way to USA, and when these fighters were about to go for their weigh-ins, they were about to check their weight before the fight, all the boxers and all, they have to check their weight, are they on par? So these fighters were in a bus. Conor McGregor landed at that venue, ran down with all these guys to the basement where this bus was parked. And imagine, the bus has all the fighters there. He took a dolly, dolly where you push heavy boxes. It has 2 wheels. All these guys rushed to the bus and started screaming for Khabib to come out and fight. Okay, it is not actually fighting in the ring, it is like roadside fight. So and then he took the dolly, raised it up and threw it on the bus. He threw it on the bus and the glass smashed, and there were many fighters who were there. Some got cut on the face, some got cut in the eyes. There were ladies there, lady fighters, they were scared. So Khabib was not afraid, because he doesn't care. So after doing all this, by the time security came running down, everyone came running down, and Conor and his entire gang of guys ran off. Okay. Now Dana White, who is the president of UFC, when he found out that this incident had taken place, he's a big boss of UFC, he's the most powerful guy. He gave a statement saying that I'm very ashamed, this is despicable, this has never happened. Now here's the funny thing, okay, here's the funny thing. Conor McGregor committed a criminal offense. This is not fighting, or this is not WWE, this was all real. And as per law, outside when you fight, or you throw something, or you attack someone, it's a criminal offense. Now here's the best part. Dana White is so strict with his fighters. If anyone as much as talks about a sponsor, or let's say you even push a referee, you just push a referee, not hit, push, he will terminate you on the spot and you're banned from fighting in his organization. Okay, like case in point, you can search this guy's name, Paul Semtex Daly. This fighter, after the fight was over, they were in the cage, he went up to a guy named Koscheck. You can check the video is there on YouTube, and he hit him because he was so frustrated. Dana White kicked him and banned him for life from the organization, just for doing that silly small thing. Now Conor McGregor, he committed a criminal offense. He attacked people, he damaged people's eyes and face and so many other things. Now, before I tell you what happened next, my question is, what do you think Dana White would have done to him? Would he put him in jail? Would he ban him for life? What? Normal logic says he would not only ban him for life, he would be jailed. But guess what happened? Dana White didn't ban him. Dana White didn't even shout at him or insult him publicly. In fact, unofficial reports were that Dana White met each and every fighter and compensated them to keep quiet, and made sure Conor got out of this problem. Obviously, he would have face-to-face conversation with him. And later on, they used this storyline to have the biggest pay-per-view fight, okay, in the history of UFC. Now, my question to you is, why did he do that? Why did the most powerful man in MMA or UFC tolerate this guy who was doing so much of nonsense, so much of crap? And the answer is very simple. Again, go to search, type the biggest pay-per-view of all time in UFC history. And if you Google search that, you will see the top, I think top 3 or 4 in the history of UFC, the top 3 or 4, or even out of 6, the top 4 or 5, is all Conor McGregor. Whenever this guy fights in UFC, whenever he fights with anybody, the whole world wants to watch it. The whole world is ready to pay money for it. The whole world is ready to media, people, in fact, even though he's Irish, you get people from all over the world who want to see him. People love him, people hate him. He is a money-making machine. MMM. Seriously, he mints money for UFC. And that is why he is one of the highest paid UFC stars. He has made millions. In fact, there were even talks about him being a billionaire. And he is so powerful, his brand. A whiskey brand tied up with him called Proper 12, which is his brand. He sold it for, I think, 700 million or something. Brands like Rolex, like Rolls-Royce, who never teamed up with any other fighter, they teamed up with him. The most expensive suits and luxury brands, they all teamed up with him. Why? Because he was such a charismatic magnet. People would die to see him. He still has the highest number of followers on social media. Now, why am I sharing this story with you? Okay. In fact, before I tell you why, let me tell you this much. Conor McGregor is the only fighter in the history of MMA who can do any rubbish, anything he wants. He even goes outside to fight with somebody else in some other organization. Nobody will dare put a court case or means a fighting organization. They all want to be in his good books. They all want him. Why? Because if he joins, they get not only millions, billions of dollars. the evaluation goes up. He is that powerful. So they tolerate anything. In fact, he has even had a tough season, which is a fighting championship where they have fighters who are pre-selected. He even, you know, the ones who are selected by the big boss. He came in and removed 4 or 5 guys and put his guys for the fight. Means obviously they'll fight fair and square. But whatever demands he has, they just listen to him. And it was so shocking to the entire world that he didn't punish him at all. And instead they used this incident to market the pay-per-view, and they made the highest revenue generating event in the history of UFC at that time. I don't know if it has been beaten, but as of now that stands. So now, what is the reason I'm sharing this story with you? Okay. Very noisy. The reason I'm sharing this story with you is to tell you one very simple philosophy of life. If you are a money-making machine, if you have a rare talent that nobody has, if you have the ability to command people's attention, if you can drive sales, if you can be a money, you can help them reach profitability, you can boost the ratings of a brand, man, people will be ready to bend backwards for you because you have the demand. It can be as big as Conor McGregor. It can be like, even in India, you have movie stars. For them, when these movie stars come for shooting, even though they are being paid money, they come there, they will ask for a red carpet. They'll ask for one guy to hold the umbrella from the sun, another guy to fan. In fact, many celebrities, when they are asked to perform, you can Google search this, they have their demands. I want M&M chocolates. I don't want anyone looking at my face. I want the room temperature to be this. In fact, some of the biggest stars in India, that is Shah Rukh Khan, one of my friends was working with that event management company when they called him. His wife's demands were, nobody should look up at her, all should look down. Okay? And nobody should talk to her without being asked. Obviously, you can't take photographs, you can't take video, you can't use your smartphone. She didn't want sudden movement. She wanted everyone to keep quiet. There should be no noise. There are some other, like A.R. Rahman, I think. He didn't want to walk. They had a, I think, Rolls Royce to take him from the venue. Okay, these are small things. But some people have really weird ones. I want, I don't know which star was this. I want only particular colored M&Ms to be kept there. I want water at the room temperature. I want a private chef. Some people even have, you have to pay the expense for my entire family if I come. So some people have, like Mike Tyson had, like you have to accommodate his tiger when he was in his heydays. Some others have, they want 5-star, travel. They want to stay in a 5-star hotel. You have to pay. Even their shopping sometimes, 3-day shopping, maximum of $100,000 or $500,000. So you can demand. Why? Because you're generating benefits for them. So the main thing which I want to tell you through this video is, okay, maybe you can never become that UFC superstar, or you may not become a movie star, the greatest in the world. But you definitely can be the best in your chosen profession, in your chosen career. And even though someone may not pay you millions of dollars just for a few hours, but there are many companies who are willing to pay you a joining bonus. Many of my, not many, I would say a few of my clients, they were paid 1 year's salary as a joining bonus. There are so many ways, man. See, simple. I'll just end with this small little thing. Today I offer a resume rebrand, coaching, consulting service. I know, I'm aware of the fact that I'm more expensive than most other people. I'm very aware. I'm not dumb. But then why do people pay me this amount? It is because I've earned my stripes. I busted my chops. I've really studied, researched, learned, figured out ways I can be better. And through hard work, sheer hard work, okay, and being obsessed, being focused, I elevated my game to where I am today. Now, are they people better than me? 100%. Why? Because they have put maybe more. But for me today, for what I'm earning, I'm very happy. So my message to you is simply this. Ask yourself how you can be that charismatic, that revenue generating, that magnet, that person who has a demand, whom the world wants, or if not the world, the employers in your industry. You know, and I'll tell you, if you really focus hard and you really dedicate your time, effort, money into developing yourself and your brand, not just externally, but internally with skills and talent, you will reach there, man. One day you will definitely reach. Conor McGregor, what he achieved in the last 10 years, no one in the history of combat sports, no one, not a single human being achieved that. And he did it in the shortest time possible. Within 2-3 years, he became the richest. Literally from being a guy who is to clean floors and all that, and you know, had to live on food stamps and all that. So consider what I said. And if you feel I'm exaggerating anywhere, just do the research. I'll put it in the description below so that you can refer and check them out. And yeah, I'll tell you, if this guy can get multi-millions where he sold a brand that is associated with for 700-800 million, why can't you get at least 700,000 or 70,000 or even $7,000 to join as a bonus? So keep that goal, work towards it, and I'm telling you honestly, you will one day achieve it. That is, if you truly not only believe, but you work hard towards it with the right strategy and guidance. Okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to read your comments. You guys take care. Ciao.